Hey, good morning, October 11th, little sunrise here in Cape May. I was down here a few minutes ago and I waited so that we could see the sun popping up through those clouds on the horizon. Listen, the daily Stoic calendar that I have, and I've been reading these quotes every day all year. Here we are, October 11th. This, I think, is my favorite one. And it's from Marcus Aurelius. The theme at the bottom is honesty as our default. And here's Marcus's quote. Try to keep that sunrise there for you. In short, the straightforward and good person should be like a smelly goat. You should know when they are in the room. So Marcus Aurelius comparing a very good person to a smelly goat. Not necessarily a compliment, and a huge compliment the way he sees it, the way he frames it. So made me think about a beautiful woman whose funeral I just went to a few days ago, Mrs. Davis, Tony Davis. She was the mom to a bunch of kids that lived up the street. We were growing up together, and the four boys she had and her husband Bill, great guy, they were about the same age as my youngest four brothers. So I've known her since the 1970s, and it was a beautiful ceremony for her passing away. She was 84. And I talked with her friend, Mrs. Deaver. Mrs. Deaver, how you doing there? And we just talked about the love and the joy and the attention that she had always on you. And when she came into a room, you knew she was in the room. So it feels kind of weird saying that Mrs. Davis was like a smelly goat. And if you understand that connection in comparison, you know that's a really cool compliment. So it also reminded me of a guy. I was doing a workshop, and this is longer than 1 minute wisdom today, a workshop in Colorado Springs for Progressive Auto Insurance years ago. And the guy came up to me at lunchtime, and he had had a near-death experience as well, like me. He was in a motorcycle accident. And we talked a little bit, and he said, since the accident, is there anything different for you? Anything different? I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And he said, is anything different? And I said, well, probably this. I always believed that when your body stopped, there was a part of you that did not. And now I know that to be true. And he's like, yeah. I said, how about you? Anything different? And he said, yes, I can see people's auras, their energy around them. And I'm like, I should have left. So he's telling me about how it goes from a very, very dark black to bright white. And bright white is goodness and dark black is evil. And he talked about some of the people he had seen that have both of those. And I should have left. And I didn't. I asked a question. And you're probably laughing. I said, what about mine? And he could see my nervousness as I anticipated his question. And he smiled, and he looked, he said, you're good, you're good. You're like a really light gray. And I was like, shoo. So today, next week, next month, I'll tell you what, for the rest of your life, let's work to be really, really good people who, like Mrs. Davis, lead with love. Let's work to be like a smelly goat. How's that for homework? All right, from Cape May, beautiful sunrise. Peace.